Hello everybody and welcome to Minecraft Showcase. So this time around we're back and we're going to be looking at another one of my builds. This time around the build that we're going to be looking at is the Elven City that I've constructed. And in particular case I think, you can go ahead and call this a High Elven City. So let's go ahead and walk in right now. We sort of waited for it to be night so that we can take a look at the light. And everything is looking pretty damn gorgeous, if I might say so myself. So there's a lot of different mods, of course, in this. You can see that there's little bits and bobs of magic just flowing pretty much everywhere. This is the bottom of the main tower. And if you go ahead right now and you take a look, you can see that there's... I would say that the mixture is between Thaumcraft and Botania. So we have that, and it's kind of working. You have the main chamber with sort of like an infinite mana pool. So for the construction of the city itself, as we walk through the alleys, I wanted to do something which was different, but at the same time a little bit familiar. So I would be lying if I said that I wasn't influenced by particular types of lore or aesthetics. So what I decided was that I would keep to sort of like rare materials in Minecraft, materials that you would never be able to actually build with, which is quartz. It's a very brilliant... Oh, and if we... Sorry about that. Looking in here, we have the main portal room, which is from Botania. So that's the Alfheim portal, I believe. So as I was saying, quartz, because it's sort of like a fancy white shimmering. Here we have a statue. Yeah, so it's not a very common material. And I also kept to using light blue for the roofs, and I decided that that would sort of be the color scheme that we would be looking at. Light blue and intense whites. Here is another section of the city. Every bit of the city has these sort of like nooks and crannies. If we go up here, well, what we'll actually end up doing is that this is where the portal to the Nether is actually lodged, which is not really something that you see all that often. And of course there's some magical artifacts just surrounding it, which just give it this additional otherworldly aspect. And if you look there, oh, that looks like it's a wisp. And it's just visiting because the city itself is just so charged with different magics that, these wisps just come in and out constantly, just flowing everywhere. And it adds to that sort of like very artificial magic, otherworldly feel that the city has. Of course, the elves, the elven guards there are sort of wanting to have a little go at the wisp, but they're not archers. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down into the basement, which is also pretty developed. And I decided to stick with, again, quartz and sort of different colors. Here we can see some water which is coming in, and it's shimmering like a pillar into that pool. So we have sort of like a checkered stained clay floor, some pillars and stone, which give it a very simple but, bit elegant look to it. So if you're wondering about how you can approach a basement for fancy places, this is a way you could go ahead and do it. Now behind this is an interesting room, and let me see if I can... Okay, no, it seems like I'm having a bit of trouble hitting that switch with the particular view that I'm using right now. Oh, damn. Alright, so we have it finally open, and there seems to be a little bit of a malfunction there with the redstone. So this is the portal room, and you'll notice these are different. These are custom portals that I installed, And essentially what these portals do is it allows you to turn this into sort of like a transport hub, so you're able to transport anywhere across the world. Now this is a sort of another aerial shot of the city from at nighttime, because it's simply amazing. Like, you can really appreciate the city during the day, but it has a completely different look and feel to it at night, particularly the forests that are surrounding the city itself, because of the sort of like artificial way we built the forest, and we'll take a look at that a bit later. But what I was talking about, if you see sort of the influence, that you can obviously see that there's a bit of an influence from the Warcraft universe, but there's also sort of like, I wanted it to have a almost modern skyscraper space needle aspect to them, which is sort of, intermingles with nature, so you see all the vines everywhere, but also magic is very present, almost in a way that electricity or is present in a city. Now, in terms of the forest itself, we're having a quick little walk through the forest here. Every tree in this forest has light within it, so the forest during during nighttime is completely illuminated, so far as you're always close to the trees. So there are very few creeps and mobs out there during the night. But here we go, and we can actually see. So this entire environment was actually once a full desert peninsula that has been completely transformed, and using some of the mods, we made these sort of magical biomes. And the lighting, it's just amazing. It's such a great area, and again, it's also color coded to the city, so you won't find flowers of any other color. You'll just find light blue flowers, different types of light blue flowers. The grass itself is sort of like a greenish bluish color, and it just sort of lends itself. The trees, of course, are silverwood trees from Thaumcraft mod, and the other ones are birch trees. So we went for white bluish barked trees through the entire area. So it's very magical. It's kind of, it feels artificial, but at the same time quite sort of like in tune with nature, and sort of in tune with magic as well. Now, here on the side of the city, we can see sort of this pool and how it's brilliantly reflecting the lights from the towers, and it just looks really amazing. It's taken some time to do. I won't lie. This has taken I don't know. It was something that I started building. It's quite old. It probably has somewhere between like three years that I've actually been working on it. I'd started on it with a different material, with sandstone. This was before we even had quartz, and as soon as we had that, I sort of switched over into quartz, and now it is what it is. So if we look at the top and the crown of it, of course, we have a beacon, we have glowstone, and we have other sort of like magical nodes and crystals there that really make the top of the city quite great. So that's pretty much, as you can see, it's very lush and magical, and that's the sort of elven realm that we've designed. So I really hope that you've enjoyed the video. It's definitely very fun to share these things, and I'm going to continue making these videos because I just really enjoy it. So as always, everybody, always remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with some more videos that you'll find quite interesting. So bye everybody.